Hello again. The streets of Birmingham are due to be polluted by the Padiga March on the 6th of February, next Saturday, headed by Tommy Robinson of former EDL notoriety. There was also that day meant to be yet another odious manifestation of the right wing trend that's gaining ground in the Western world and beyond. This time, it's part of what I've called the war against women. But it's not religious nuts who want Sharia law or the Christian anti abortion mob. In many corners of the UK, North America, and Australia, there was to be a gathering entitled Return of the Kings. This is the warped brainchild of a slimy character, ROOSH V, who started out as a scribbler of guides for inadequate males on how to chat up women for sex. He also gives lectures to mugs willing to spunk a couple of hundred notes to experience these pearls of wisdom. But this has morphed into something more dangerous and sinister and is on the verge of becoming an organised movement of sorts. The recently broadcast on BBC Three programme by the excellent Reggie Yates as part of the Extreme UK series entitled Men at War examines this disturbing trend. Alarmingly, it's not only a proto movement of angry white men, the audience of cowardly blanked out faces was in fact racially mixed. This movement is aggressively misogynistic, trans and homophobic, and proud of it. They believe, against all logic and evidence, that they are losing ground to some unexplained feminist conspiracy, that heterosexual men are becoming second class citizens, and that women are gaining the whip hand. They are the self proclaimed manosphere. This is part of the male identity crisis in the dawn of the 21st century. They see feminism as a left wing plot, as if the left wing was free of misogyny. But in cold reality, these creeps are not so much anti feminist, but unabashed anti woman. ROOSH V openly advocates legalising the rape of women in the home, or private property as he calls it. When outrage is expressed about this and his similar sentiments, his acolytes defend it as satirical. But this ain't no Swiftian wit. These characters are deeply serious, committed in their hatred of women. When confronted, they shelter behind free speech. No means no until it means yes, says Mr. V. When facing the indignation of women, and most men, to their revolting utterances, they, like the racists, play the victim. To some, it may seem like a sick joke, but 18 months ago, so did the i.s.i.s caliphate. This part of the backlash crusade against women can be halted in its tracks. It's also up to us men who oppose this dangerous empowerment of women hatred to challenge it on the streets, in workplaces and all social spaces, and even with members of our own families. As indeed us anarchists should be with our politics and attitudes anyway. So back to ROOSH V and his kings. These fine examples of real outstanding manhood have, just hours ago, called off their meetings worldwide. In short, they've bottled it. No doubt scared stiff, poor darlings, of getting slapped around by angry women. So, with this lack of manly vigour, they can only once again play the victims. Return of the Kings? Do me a favour. Oh well, in all this grimness, it's one small happy outcome. Bye.